Hello, fans. I know you're waiting for the Gem movie rant. Well, here it is, and boy am I pissed. This movie is a joke. This movie was an embarrassment, a disgrace, and a mistake. You know, let me tell you something. Have you ever seen a movie that just pisses you off from the start? Yeah, well, guess what? This one did. This is nothing but a Josie and the Pussycats freaking ripoff. It's the same story, same format, everything. And believe me, I saw this and wanted to stab myself in the throat. I couldn't believe this. They blasted this whole entire movie like this was going to be the greatest thing ever. Yeah, well, you know what? They were wrong. First of all, synergy is spelled completely different. It's not even spelled as synergy. It's a Wall-E type of character that doesn't talk. It beeps. Second of all, it's in pieces. The whole story is finding the pieces to try to find the greatest treasure of all. And mostly, here's a little spoiler alert. The treasure wasn't what everyone was expecting it to be. Are you kidding me? Are you shitting me? I can't believe this. How in the world could they make that into a movie? This isn't even funny. Oh yeah, it's mostly a total ripoff of the same story as Josie and the Pussycats. Gem is superior, and all the rest of the characters are pushed away. I can't even believe this. This isn't Gem and the Holograms. It's just Gem. What was the point of this movie? What's next? Kim Possible? The live-action movie? Why? Why? For the love of God, why? This is not a movie. This movie was a joke. They wasted so much money to make this mistake. And just to get the fans to believe that this is going to be the new Gem? Oh yeah. Boy, were you guys wrong. I can't actually believe that this is actually Gem in a way. And you know what? If you want to think this is the best best movie you've ever seen in your life, watch Josie and the Pussycats and it'll prove you wrong. I'm dead friggin' serious. Watch Josie and the Pussycats from 1999 and I'm going to prove you wrong because the whole thing is completely an exact belligerent copy. What the fuck were they thinking? I've seen better movies based on music, and it always ends on a good note. It makes sense from the beginning to end. What the hell were they drinking when they did this? Did they do this movie on heroin? I can't believe they did this. I swear on my grave. I couldn't believe it. I swear to God. How could they make this? Why did they make it? Oh, and here's the worst part. They're actually going to make a second movie. This time with the Misfits. Yeah, I'm not kidding. They're going to make a second movie. Yeah, and I bet they're going to be as cheesy as they did in the first one, as they're going to do for the second. They've made so many mistake cameos with say Jimmy Fallon and The Rock and other people using Google Earth and everything. They really mutilated this movie. If you see it with your own two eyes, you're going to really see how bad this movie was. Because technically, it's that bad. It really is. It's that bad. It really is. It will destroy. I told you. I told you. I told you all. I told you off from the last video. I told you that this movie was going to be that bad. And I told you that it was wrong. And every uploader who does any Jam Rant movies, they're going to say the same thing. I told you so. The movie was bad. It was god-awful and a mistake. This is the worst freaking story-based cartoon that they mutilated. Yeah, this includes every John M. Chu fuck-up with Transformers and G.I. Joe. I swear to God, when I came home after seeing this movie, I had to scream. I had to go in my car and scream to the highest hell, just believing that this movie was a joke. What the hell? What the hell? This is not a movie. This is not Gem. This is just some freaking wannabe. You see so many wrong things into this. It's mostly what some people would call a ratings trap. Well, I think that's what this movie is. A ratings trap. Everything about it is so wrong. I swear to God. I couldn't believe this. Synergy doesn't talk. She's not technically. Synergy is not mostly mostly a memory of Jackie. Jackie was barely even in the movie. She was probably like very few parts and then gone. The ending, or mostly the whole point of the movie, was just saying that the treasure of all is from your heart. Always believe in whatever your heart says. That was the whole moral of the story. But the whole point of it was just saying, yeah, you know, the whole point of it was just saying, yeah, let have Jem be the, being the popular one, and the rest of them just screw you. You know? 2-hour nightmare. I know kids to this day. Seriously, I know kids to this day who are like 6 years old, like 15, who have seen this series on Discovery Family or on Netflix or DVD, and I swear they could make fan-made fiction of the whole entire series and make the perfect ending. I couldn't believe how they fucked up this whole entire movie. There's kids out there that have got more imagination than this bullshit. I've actually, when I was at the theater, I swear to God, I've seen so many kids cry. I feel bad for them. I swear to you on my grave. I felt so bad for them. Just seeing their childhood idol be mutilated, butchered, set on fire, and just say, yeah, well, we care about the modern fans. The modern fans care more about a complete change than what it was 30 years ago. And I bet, and I mean this seriously, I bet Samantha Harris, Britta Phillips, and everybody who originated from the original series are probably turning over in their fucking beds every morning after seeing this movie and just falling apart. And I don't blame them. I feel bad for them that their creation was turned into something that made absolutely no sense. I swear to you, kids, I swear to you, if you want to see this movie, go ahead. It's gonna rape your childhood so hard. I swear to God in my grave, you are going to regret it. I've already told it to about a numerous amount of people. You want to waste money on watching a shitty movie? Knock yourself out. But my suggestion is watch the other two movies. Watch Rock the Casbah or The Ghost Dimensions or The Witch Hunter. Watch them. They make sense. And I'm not into that crap. Why? For the love of God, why was this movie made? You mutilated every single point of this character. You changed the title. There's barely any songs played in this whole entire film that were based on the actual story. Synergy isn't even real. Rio was barely even in it. And mostly everybody else on there using fake cameos, using internet-based videos to prove that, oh yeah, being famous is the greatest thing in the world. Yeah, well, you know what? Using videos from YouTube in the most poorest quality And everything else does not make you as famous. There's many people on here on YouTube who make videos, and they're actually, you know, doesn't matter how bad they are or how good they are. You know, I'm not discriminating any uploaders on here, but you have to understand, when you make a video that proves your talent, that's good. But when you have to express it the hardest, you know, the hardest way to make yourself famous, no matter how much of a jackass you are, you're not selling you're just mostly a sellout. But for people who work hard on here on YouTube or anything else like that, that's good. You know, keep it up. Keep it up, guys. I praise, I give shout out to all the uploaders out there who have done it. You work hard, keep it up. As long as you keep making fans and as long as you keep making views and everything else, hey, that's the best part to ever make here. But for what the Gem movie did, I hope it never happens again. It's a Josie and the Pussycats ripoff. It's the same thing, but with stronger points. They look terrible. They look like ghosts. I'm not kidding. They look like goddamn ghosts. They wear so much makeup. There's kids out there who like dress up as Gem for Halloween, and they never push the makeup system on that factor, which I think is like better. So my suggestion is, if you really want to see this movie, knock yourself out, but you will be traumatized, just like every other fan. Every other fan has been traumatized by this whole entire movie. That's all I can say. I can't believe I saw this movie and wanted to take a flamethrower to see this movie. I really did. I wanted to take a flamethrower and just set this whole entire movie on fire. This movie is a joke. Nobody can actually sing in this movie. They look like Taylor Swift knockoffs and a whole entire ripoff of the actual movie of Josie and the fucking Pussycats. What the hell? Why? And I don't want to hear it from you commenters that, oh yeah, it's time to change in anew. Yeah, well, you know what? You should have just kept it as fan-made fiction and left it there. Because if I ever see another female cartoon turn into a live-action movie, that's the last straw. I am done. I do not want to see another girl cartoon that I have enjoyed and loved turned into a live-action movie because the cartoon isn't being played anymore. And I'm going to bet you probably a shitload of money that technically that this series will be discontinued off the Discovery Family Network and Netflix as quickly as possible because they want to hide the shame of this mistake of a film. And I bet you. Because I cannot believe that they mutilated Gem and the holograms. And the sad part is, even the worst part is, even the holograms were barely even used in this. I think they were just used as props more than a band. And you know what? For every uploader on here who has said this movie is a piece of shit, I agree with you 100%. Hands freaking down. Yes, this movie was wrong on every single level. I can't believe they tarnished Gem as some knockoff. I can't do this anymore. I'm stopping here. I know I said I was going to do it on the 24th, but you know what? This is it. I can't, if I have to do this, I'm going to make another part because I only get 15 minutes of video. So if you really like this, please watch Rebel Taxi's review of this because he's really will tell you the whole entire story hands down. So if I would suggest that if you really want to know how bad this movie is, please watch his video. I'll link it in the description. Please. Like this, comment, thank you all. I thank you all for enjoying this. I thank you for enjoying this. Thank you all. Good night. Goodbye.